Thank you. Favorite legend that we did really was Dante Auerbach, who comes in at the end of the second episode and is sort of a arms broker, kind of a thug in an Armani suit, and it's just really dynamic and fun to write. And that was one that between Dante Auerbach and Len Barlow and even Sebastian Egan, these different legends that show up, the process of creating them was very much about we sat down, and three of us sat down and talked them through and kind of built these characters kind of from the inside out. That was exciting. The journey for Martin Odom this season is about who am I? And so he goes down that rabbit hole and I think discovers some fairly surprising things of what happened to him in his past and who he really is or who he actually isn't. And it's ultimately where we build to at the end of the season.
Yeah.
No, there is an ongoing mythology throughout this, and there is a sort of there's a bad guy and in fact sort of an organization that kind of emerges throughout this that has a key role to play in what happened to Martin however many years ago, and that's ultimately sort of what they come up against. But the show's fairly serialized in that way that it's not a legend of the week, or he's not going into a new identity every week or anything like that. So it unfolds fairly deliberately and slowly, but really builds. Idea where the show was going, and at a certain point you go, all right, Dave, you gotta tell us what the hell you're doing, right? It's not making any sense to us. So yes, at that point I did tell you, okay, here's what's gonna happen.
Sunday night.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It may have been a little late.
But it was kept it fresh.
That's right. I didn't want you guys to be playing the end, as it were.
No chance of that.
Or at least that's what
no
I told
chance
you.
of that.
We do. We haven't pitched it to the network yet, but we have plans for season 2, 3, and beyond. Yes. And look, this is the kind of show that can tell these sort of broader stories and different chapters in this even larger story than many years. But very much so, and it's this world is incredibly rich, and what's so interesting about it is the duplicity and the trust that these agents have to have with each other, and then Sean's character and Morrison Alley's characters as well, like going under and really being out there and so exposed and how dangerous it is, and as well having a crossover to that dark side is, there's infinite stories you can tell, and it always feels different in that context.